Why you picking on me? I'm hungry.
Babe, you sit up and get hungry on purpose. You a wait.
I get hungry. Did you just say I get hungry on purpose?
Yes.
I get hungry on
You don't
purpose.
eat. You don't eat.
I don't eat when I'm not hungry.
You don't eat when you hungry.
I do eat when I'm hungry. That's why I'm eating now.
In the crowd, in the club, at the bar, yo, what's up? I saw you cross the room, yeah, glowing in the moonlight. I don't know where you've been, but I'm glad that you're here. Gonna
Hey, y'all.
take you by the hand.
Welcome back.
Hey, y'all.
We are Love with the
Robertsons.
Robertsons.
My husband tripping right now, y'all. He mad because I'm trying to eat.
I ain't even mad.
I don't know why you about to eat on camera.
She procrastinates a lot, yeah.
No, what it is he likes me. I will say this about my baby. He does like for me to eat. He wants me to eat breakfast in the morning. He likes me to be nourished. I will say that. My baby, he
It makes sense. It makes sense. You know, as you get older or as you get younger, I'm going to say, you know, your body lets you know. You know, and those are the things that you have to really take care of as, you know, you get younger.
But the point is though, I'm not a huge breakfast eater.
That's the thing with her. She wants to say, I'm not this, I'm not that. But your body, it's a mind thing. You can say yourself coming out of your mouth what you don't like, but your body knows what it needs. And your body will let you know when you're not treating it right.
I agree with that. But if I'm not hungry in the morning, guess what I'm not gonna do?
She not gonna eat. But you know what's gonna happen? Then her body is gonna let her know. In return, since you didn't feed me, woman, I'm gonna do this.
So
I'm gonna do that. So
I will say this.
That's
I have been
my
getting to the
thing.
point where, like, I don't know, I guess like sometime in the afternoon, I get hungry like around, what time would you say I get hungry? Probably like around, maybe like around 11 or 12, I start getting hungry. And then I start feeling weak. So I will say that I do need to eat. Sometimes I eat in the morning because what he does is he'll fix me something anyway. He'll make me some oatmeal. He'll make me a waffle. He'll make me something anyway. He'll be like, babe, I made you something to eat. He'll make me something anyway. And he knows that I'm going to eat something because he made it. Because I don't want to waste, he took the time to make me something. He'll be like, babe, I made you something to eat. Because he's an early riser and a breakfast eater. So he'll get up early and make something to eat. And this morning, y'all, he made some waffles and some bacon. Nah, it was so good. And I will say that my baby is very thoughtful in that way. So he'll boil eggs because he knows I like boiled eggs. If I'm going to eat some breakfast, I will eat some boiled eggs or something like that. Maybe some bacon. So he does things like that for me. But I do eat breakfast. I'm just not a huge breakfast eater unless it's like the weekend or something. If it's the weekend, I'm like, yeah, I want a big breakfast, but I'm just not an everyday get up, eat breakfast type of person. I just never been that way. So, but I do realize that as I'm getting older, it does make sense for me to put something in my body when I get up, because when 12 o'clock comes, if I like, let's say I do get hungry like around noon. But let's say something happens, I'm busy, and I don't get a chance to eat till like around 2 o'clock. I can feel myself getting weak. So that's what he's saying. Like, you need to, if I ate earlier in the morning, then I wouldn't have that issue.
All right. It makes sense. It only makes sense. And I
love you, honey.
I love you too. That's why I'm consistent about her health and my health.
The same way about yours, babe.
And it just, it's one of them things where one of the things that I wrestle with her about.
He does. Right now, I'm eating a White Castle cheeseburger.
Yeah, see,
I just need to put some on my stomach
as
till
a
we eat dinner.
just see, as a matter of fact, she ate breakfast this morning.
I did. It was actually
She
very
did.
good.
She ate. So, but and we're trying to decide what we're gonna have for dinner.
We think we want seafood tonight.
I've been
I don't
craving.
feel like cooking, so
I've been craving a
he been talking about seafood for the last
seafood
month.
broil type dinner.
He been saying that for a long time, so that's what I think we're gonna do.
I've been saying that since last year.
You keep saying last year like
because last year
away.
was last year. Last year was last year. We can say last year.
Okay, babe.
2025, 2026, 2 different years last year. So
Okay.
yeah. So
y'all, my brother sent us a video about relationship. What was the video basically about?
I was so confused by it. So I just stared.
It was basically about two girls, two best friends. My brother said he wanted us to talk on this topic. One friend was single, one friend was married. The friend that was single was basically talking about the friend that was married and saying that the friend that was married, her husband wasn't doing enough for her. He wasn't flying her here and there and spoiling her and doing this and that for her. And he had all this money and all this and that. They got kids together, and he only takes her out to dinner and gets her a gift and stuff like that for her birthdays and Valentine's Day and things like that and whatever. And the friend that's single feels like, oh, he's cheap. He should be doing more than that. He should be taking her to resorts and all this and all this. He should be doing all the fancy things for her and not just dinner and a nice piece of jewelry and whatever. The friend that's married was like, first of all, my husband and I have plans for the future. So we don't have time to be spending our money on things that are frivolous when we're saving our money and we're planning to do things and we're building wealth. Dinner is enough for me, and a piece of jewelry is enough for me because I'm tired after dealing with the kids and working my job. And I appreciate what my husband does for me. And she went on to say, the single friend don't even have nobody that's doing nothing for her. So the single friend was like, this man is cheap and he need to be doing this and that for you. And so my brother was like, I feel like y'all should speak on this topic. The topic being women that are single expecting men to do, or just women in general that have this expectation, but I guess especially women that are single, that men should be going just so far
above and beyond
to do all these extraordinary things for
expectations
for their woman, extravagant gifts and trips across the world and all this stuff. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But I think we miss the point of what relationships are when we get into that. Because if you have to measure the gift giving based off of that, or
that's not marriage.
That's not love, though.
Neither is
because it's a lot of people that can do that type of stuff for you, which we see based off of somebody like a P. Diddy, for example, right? We seen that an example of a Cassie. She had apartments in other countries. She had all type of fancy things, diamonds, all the stuff, right? Everything at her disposal. Well, look at what was happening to her. So I'm not saying that all men are like that, but I'm saying, how is that the measure of love? You know what I mean? So what do you think, babe?
I just think really in this day and age and this time is a lot of women, not all women, let me say that, they measure a man's,
the younger generation, really.
Yeah, they measure a man's character and his well-being based on his pocket. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times most real men, well-groomed men, their character is primarily of they're based upon their upbringing, which is, it's simple. It's the simple thing, you know, and it doesn't. And even if you, as a man like myself, if you do have, you don't. It doesn't take your money to really, go all out and please your wife. If I'm saying it for understanding, for the Robertson family to understand where I'm coming from. For me, it's the smaller things. Now I can go out and splurge. I can go out and go above and beyond.
Well,
but does that necessarily mean if I'm going to do that, what's my meaning behind it? Am I, trying to grab attention to my wife because of my money?
Well, I think that part would need to come from me. I think I get what you're saying, but I think the better way to explain it would be like this. For me, I'm gonna say, as a woman, first of all, I've never been the type of woman that you have to buy me things to impress me, because I'm impressed by the way you treat me. Like, I'm impressed by how you love me. I'm impressed by what you are willing to, how you're willing to love me. Like, what you're, oh, sorry, babe. I dropped my burger on his lap, y'all. Sorry, but good catch. Anyway, I'm impressed by the way you love me. I'm impressed by how you handle my heart. But I've had men in my life that spoiled me financially with gifts, but they were whores. You know what I mean? They had other women that they were doing the same thing for. Okay. For me, things that my husband does for me, like making me a cup of tea every single morning without fail, like leaving love notes for me around the house, like buying me flowers, like running my bath water, like massaging my feet. Oh, like his hands, y'all. Oh, I don't even have the words. Like, when he touches my feet, it is like the best feeling in the world. I cannot describe it. I love his hands. They feel incredible. I love your hands, babe.
Thanks, babe.
Oh my God. My husband is so very, very, very attentive to me. All I have to do is say something, think something. Excuse me. He listens to me. He listens to me. If we're talking about something, okay, let's just give an example. If we're talking about something and I don't know, we're watching TV and I'm like, man, ooh, that looks so good. Or, man, I had a taste for this the other day randomly, or whatever. Let's say a few days pass, or the next week randomly he'll come home with something to be like, babe, I remember you said this last week you had a taste for this. My baby listens to me. So he's thoughtful, y'all. When we're getting to bed at night, he'll turn my side of the heating blanket on. Before I get into bed, he's already got the side of my bed warming for me. Like, my husband is just everything to me. Like, he's perfect for me. So these are things that money can't buy, y'all. Like, and my husband does things for me. We go out to dinner, we do stuff, but like making me a cup of tea in the morning. Like, so when I open my eyes, my husband is like, babe, I made you a cup of tea. Because again, he is always up before me. He's an early riser. So acts of service versus like somebody spoiling me with trips around the world. Yeah, but when we go on trips around the world, we're gonna be doing that together. That's gonna be something that we plan together to do together. But
Right.
I don't think, oh, he can't take me to Dubai. Oh, he ain't fly me out. Oh, he ain't do that. It's like that is so silly and so immature to think if your man ain't doing this for you, oh my God, you deserve so much more. Really? Who even, when you think about a man that loves you and you think about your man loves you so much and he's so sweet that when you wake up, something like that's being spoiled. Something as you think it's simple, but it's really big. When you wake up, you got a cup of fresh hot tea waiting for you. You got some breakfast waiting for you because your husband wants you to eat. This is being pampered. Okay? Now, I pamper my husband in other ways, but he is so catering to me. He's so thoughtful and he's so just caring and he's protective and it's just all these other things. So
I think those are my, like I say, those
yes,
that's my love language.
Oh my God.
That's how I reciprocate my love for my wife. You know, because I know that the smaller things, you know, and no, it's not a problem to have money. It's not a problem to provide. That's how it's supposed to be. But at the same time, including you having those the financial portion together, the small things, those are the things that really just
matter.
tip it. Those are the cherry on top ones. You know, those are the ones. Yeah, you supposed to come home. Hey, babe, I got 2 tickets to Dubai. Let's go. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't feel like you supposed to do that though.
But how often?
But you feel like you supposed to do that?
No. Did I say that?
Yeah.
No. Correct me. In a correction. That's not what you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to do is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like
you saying it's okay if you do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's okay if you do that. Yeah, I didn't mean supposed to.
No.
Correction on that. No, you ain't supposed to do that. Are you supposed to?
If you do it, that's fine.
That's fine, but you supposed to make sure she eat. You know, you supposed to, you know, like
take the trash out.
Take the trash out. You supposed to
kill bugs.
Like, you supposed to, like, if you see, like, if I see her having, or if I see her weary, if I see her day is not as being as productive as she would like to be, hey babe, I got your water ran in there. You know,
with a candle lit.
Yeah, you know, just a little small thing. Hey, if I see her day, if I see before I leave,
I love my husband,
I see her not, she could possibly not be in the best, having the best day, or her energy is off. So in my mind, when I leave the house, I'm already knowing. See, I know my wife, so I know what she love, what she like. Let me stop by Tom Thumb, grab her some flowers. You know, and she not even know I'm doing it. Or, you know, I know my wife. Let me get her some Starbucks and some flowers. You know, that's my thing for my wife is me seeing her happy.
And
that's the biggest thing. I love to see her smile.
He loves to put a smile on my face.
I love it.
It just brings him so much joy.
What I don't like is her not smiling. So in order for her to be, for her spirit to be uplifted, I do those things, you know.
And now, let me, sorry, babe.
No, and I you know, I go above and beyond.
He does.
You know,
he does.
Just like, for instance, you know, for her birthday, she didn't even know. And this is when she first got here. You know, she wasn't familiar with Texas. You know, took her to San Antonio, Riverwalk. You know, and she loved it. You know, and it wasn't. And the thing is, it wasn't a big extravagant trip, but it was somewhere she hadn't been. You know, and so the experience for her, she enjoyed it.
I loved it.
You know, and she even said, "Back, I want to go back. I want to go back during Christmas. I want to go back." You know, and so it's just those things. You know, so
And let me say this. I'm sorry if I'm smacking y'all ear, but let me say this. Women, especially young women, and even older women, don't let nobody gas you up. Don't look at people on social media and be thinking less of your relationship when you have a good relationship. You have what works for you. You're happy. Don't become unhappy with what you have because you're looking at what somebody else seemingly has and you don't even know if that's what they really have or if it's even true or not. And now you dissatisfied with what you have because you think you're supposed to have some superstar celebrity lifestyles of the rich and famous, and they life don't even be happy. Don't let nobody make you question what you have, or especially somebody that's single. Now listen, come on now, don't use wisdom, okay? Excuse me, use wisdom. Please use wisdom. I'm just saying.
yeah, just like, you know, for instance, you know, my wife, you know, I do the things I do for her, and in return, she does special things for me. So my wife went out. I wanted to bring this on today, guys, just to let you all know, you know, the saying behind every good man, there's a gorgeous, great, beautiful woman. And that would be my wife. So my wife went out and got me my own Bible. And it reads
A new Bible.
every man's Bible. It's a new Bible. You know, and I had been speaking about it, you know, telling her, because, you know, sometimes I go to when we go to church now, it's so different now. And I didn't grow up this way, but the world is so different now. It's so different now. Technology. Now you got your Bible on your phone. And, you know, I was raised in the church. My grandmother, we always had the Bible thing where we sitting here and they tell you to turn to, you know, and we had those little contests, you know, and soldier at arm, and we'll do this. And then they'll say Genesis. And they just name off a scripture. We have to hurry up and turn to it. We had those type of contests, you know.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah, those are the type of things we were raised on. You know, it would always be soldier at arm, get your Bibles together. Turn to, and you have to hurry up finding your scriptures. And so, but shout out to my baby. She got me this Bible, and I've been in it every day since I got it.
Yeah.
You know, and this is, I told her, you know, she's my inspiration. You know, you're my latest. Tell you you're my latest. My latest, my greatest inspiration.
Thank you, babe.
And so I was so shocked by it. It came in, it was an Amazon delivery. And she was like, babe, open it. And when I opened it, I was like, oh, babe. And it has a whole lot of, for us men, it has a whole lot of information for us men, for us to align ourselves with the Creator, God Himself. You know, and so, you know, to those of you who are affiliated with our channel, go out and who have their significant others,
Mm-hmm.
check this out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go out and
Mm-hmm.
make this
There's
purchase.
sections on
You know,
leadership, marriage.
I'm gonna go get it engraved. But yeah, it has different sections. You know, and leadership, you know, motivation, accountability, and then it gives you a whole yearly, get to that page, a 1-year reading plan. You know, you start from January, go all the way to December. And so this big, you know, I'm gonna go and get it engraved, get my name on it and everything. But my babe did her thing with this. I keep this close to my heart. As you supposed to do.
Amen.
You know. And so, like, I keep my wife close to my heart. But babe, thank you again.
You're welcome, babe.
Thank you for seeing me
Absolutely.
just as well as I see you.
Yes.
And
you're welcome, honey.
I'm appreciative for what you did, babe. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, honey.
So, another thing, I'm in some of our messages that we received from the channel trolls marriage submission music and laughs, you know, and who was that? At X Emily's just an hour ago. Letitia is so intelligent. Everything she does is great, even down to her interior design.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. God bless you for that.
And then at Mary Archie 8240, Letitia, you was tickled. He is funny. Fungus among us. He's telling the truth. Thank you again. Yeah, I was.
There is a fungus
because
among
there
us.
is a fungus among us.
And they probably still watching.
And
but
they
it's
probably
okay.
still
If
watching.
you're watching, God bless you.
Yeah.
We ain't mad at you. Gigi, stop. You want to say hi? Come here. Gigi want to say hi, y'all.
Then we had at Rain _ M Chic. She selected Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson, and Human Nature were their top.
I don't know about Man in the Mirror, but that's a lot of people's top, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people's top. That's my sister-in-law's favorite. Oh. Human Nature for sure.
And also at Rain M Chic, they said, y'all, that's the same blanket I have and have 2 heating blankets.
Oh, that blanket is everything,
Yeah.
ain't it? That blanket is everything. Gigi, what you gonna do?
Then at Melinda _ what is that? Male gal
praises.
Yeah. I truly love this episode. I laughed so much and truly blessed me. A fungus among us.
Everybody
So
was
funny.
rolling on that.
You gave me songs to play with. My husband. Thank y'all for being true to it. And someone else at Cameron. Cameron and Nessa.
Lady in My Life.
Said Lady in My Life is definitely my favorite MJ song. Said my 7-year-old's favorite is They Don't Really Care About Us.
Oh.
And lyrically, it's so legit and relevant. Yeah. So, let me see if I can read one more.
Ain't nothing up here to eat, Gigi. I ate it all, girl. I'm sorry if I was smacking it. Y'all, I was starving, okay? And that's how I get. Like, y'all, this menopause is the culprit too, okay? I'm also doing something to help me to lose some weight. So y'all gonna see me shed a few pounds here in a little bit. Y'all gonna see me slim down about 10 pounds in a minute. But y'all, I'm starving out the blue sometimes. I just be like so hungry out the blue. And I probably won't even be hungry no more the rest of the day. Like, even though we said we're gonna eat dinner later.
Yeah.
Why you look at me like
I
that?
just said, I just
You was
looked.
like, yeah, right. Is that why you looked at me? Now I probably will have a sweet tooth later, because that's the other thing I've been eating, craving sweets. Now what we just got some pinwheels
Yep, and some Oreos.
and some chunky monkey ice cream. Why you look at me like that though, babe?
I just looked at you, babe.
You was like, yeah, right. Oh, you ain't gonna be hungry. That's the look you just gave me.
I don't
You did, babe.
recall.
I recall.
At Aaron Morgan, you two can sing. I love to hear you duet together again. Why don't you write a couple of songs together and record them and upload them on YouTube with video? You're adorable. I love you. Just get some absorbing, Junior, after the fungus among us.
We don't even be serious when when we sing, a lot of times we just be playing. If we got serious, y'all don't even understand. We would be jamming
But
for real.
but the thing is about that, babe, when it's in you, it's in you.
Yeah.
You know, even you know, when you play,
True that.
you know, what God has given, can't nobody take it away.
Preach on it, brother.
You know, so when it's like riding a bicycle.
You better speak on it, brother Robertson.
So that's what we do.
That's what we do. Can't nobody do we do.
Right.
Can't
nobody do it like us. Yep.
I love my husband.
One more,
y'all.
And I'll let you read that one.
Greeting the Robertson. I don't comment much, but I love y'all love. And congrats on your books. Thank you. To God be the glory. P.S. House hunting still. Ready to see the beautiful houses. You know what? We did briefly take a pause on house hunting just because it was just so much going on. And I just decided I didn't want to settle because I said once once we actually get a house, I want to make sure that it's something that I'm going to love. Because, we get in the house, but the house is basically the woman's house because, we make it a home. Okay. So he gonna be okay long as it's a man cave in the backyard. Okay. Long as it's a man cave in the big old backyard, he don't care. But I have to have a fabulous kitchen. I have to have a beautiful pool. And I just wanted to make sure that we weren't rushing and that we took our time. And plus we're still trying to sell another property that we have. So I just wanted to make sure that we didn't just jump into something for the sake of jumping into something, because this is going to be our forever dream home. Gigi, okay, now you're going to have to get out. This is going to be our forever dream home. So that's why. But yeah, it's coming soon though. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Probably later this year. So
yeah, patience is a virtue.
It's still coming though. It's still coming.
Yeah, we hadn't just cut it off.
It's still happening. Trust me.
Also, I am working as we speak on you all's t-shirt.
Yep.
So right now as we speak. Also, we have threw in some new designs, sayings. So look out for those. Those are coming.
Yep.
So we'll post them on site, and you all will be able to go in and pick out what you want. So that's where we are now.
Yeah.
Anything else, babe, we want to touch on?
I'm trying to think. Ain't no mountain high enough. Nothing can keep me from you.
How you come out with that one?
I don't know. I don't know.
How you come out with that one? Where that come
I
from?
don't know.
Where that come
You're
from?
supposed to jump in and start.
But I'm trying to. Only reason why I'm doing that because I'm trying to feel for the song.
No, you ruined the moment.
I did not.
You were supposed to jump in and be like, "You're all I need."
See how you just did? You did the same thing.
I don't know. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. You know how I get when I'm sleepy.
Yeah, you get.
When I'm sleepy, y'all, how do I get when I'm sleepy? I get really silly.
Yeah.
And I have him cracking up. He be rolling at me when I'm sleepy because I just be singing random things.
Yep, you do.
Y'all know we haven't sang in a long time?
What?
Extra pico, extra sour cream, extra cilantro. Hey, extra pico, extra sour cream, extra cilantro. Hey, extra pico, extra sour cream, extra cilantro. I need some extra pico, extra sour cream, extra cilantro.